Fantastic victory here. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, look, it was what we kind of expected it to be. Leighton Orient are a good side. Finishing the playoff final last year. Obviously, I know Richie really well. He's a top manager and a top coach, and they move the ball really, really well. And they try to test you, to try switch play, to try to open you up. And I felt for the whole they had a lot of the ball, but didn't really open us up. Maybe got a half a chance near the end of the game, and I felt we battled really well today. Obviously we had to get the grips with the shape a little bit, and once we did, then we were okay and comfortable.
A great goal from Jack Marriott. He's really found his feet, hasn't he?
Yeah, listen, he's a great kid. I love him. He's been brilliant for us. Like I said, I've worked with him before. I knew the kind of character he was. And he's the type of people what we have in that dressing room is what we want at this football club. It's really important for us that we have that fight, that never give in, that never say die attitude. And I'm delighted for him. Obviously, he's got another goal, which keeps him going. But not just that, even his contribution to the game. The goal was a bonus, but how he works for the team and how he brings people into play and how he stretches the line for us is so important.
It was a big opportunity in the end of the first half as well. Should we have been 2-0 up before half time?
Yeah, we should be, because it's a handball. It's as simple as that. He's handled it off the line from Derek's header. I don't understand how throughout the officials, if I can see it from 70 yards away, how 4 officials that are closer than me can't see it. And listen, they got away with one, but that's football, I guess. I can't grumble with it. We end up with the 3 points, so we move on.
Second half, Orient came out a lot quicker than they were in the first half. They went through the gears and they got that equaliser. How did you feel when that went in?
Sick. I felt sick because we spoke about starting fast. We spoke about making sure that we lock it down, and we were just 3 or 4 yards off on the opposite side of the pitch, which allowed the ball to come out. And then we've got to stop him when he comes inside. We work on it, working on the inverted wingers all the time, and making sure that when he comes inside that the next one is stepping up to the ball. And we didn't, and we got punished for it. Being, you know what? I said it in there time and time again. We keep on getting tested, our resolve, our character, and we come back fighting. And that's the people we have in that dressing room. It might not always be we running right first. I thought we were a little bit probably too quick to get rid of the ball today. We could have found that extra pass. We had good control in the first half when we got our rhythm, and our goal's a really good goal from that. And I just think that sometimes we can be braver to pass it and get it down and find the other side. But listen, like I said, we capitalised on the chances. We could have had a couple of goals in the second half, I felt, and Liam gets the winner.
And at 1-1, rode the storm a little bit at 1-1, but then the changes came, and you must be delighted with the impact the subs made on the game. Yeah,
I'm delighted, absolutely. We changed the structure a little bit, the shape, and we look more comfortable in it, to be honest. So we're really pleased. I thought the boys came on, and look, Kev was trying to get up to speed and get his second wind, but in terms of off the ball, being nice and compact, being narrow, I felt he done a really good job.
Matt Ritchie, Derek Williams, both leaders today. You could really hear and see that.
Yeah, look, listen, we're delighted to have Matt, and he hasn't played a lot of football and he hasn't done a lot of minutes. Come from the 3rd of May last season, he had 2 days of Portsmouth training, and then he was away from it running on his own. So then to come in 3 weeks ago, he said he found it hard the first week and a half to get his legs moving, to get himself going, but you can see out there the quality he has, the experience he has, the technical ability he has, and his enthusiasm for the game is incredible. He's an amazing person. How he's thirst for knowledge, and he's thirst to get better, and he's thirst to improve at his age. He could play till he's 40 easy, there's no doubt.
How is Derek? Because he looked to be in some discomfort at the end there and really put his body on the line and had to.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it happened with a bit of time to go, and I said to him, look, I can take you off, and we can go to a different system just for the last 10-12 minutes. He's like, no, get me back in there, keep someone beside me and I'll be fine, I'll just defend it. And I thought he was amazing. He's been absolutely outstanding since he's come in, as of a lot of the boys, and we're really pleased. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but we'll have to see.
How big is that win at this stage of the season?
Yeah, every win's big. Every win's big. You come off the back, obviously last week we were very disappointed to get something from the game, but that's 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss in the last 5, so we got to build on that now and make sure that we take it into the next one in the league.
We spoke to Brian McDermott before the game on the Purple Turtle stage. He talked about the importance of the fans that they played back in that day. They played their part today, didn't they? You heard them, you felt them.
Yeah, we did, and you know what, they've stuck with the boys, and that's really what support has got to deal with our family. You know, not just us in the dressing room and the staff. We understand how important our fans are to us. You know, and their support means everything to us, because we know it. If the crowd drop, you know, it can have an effect on the team in a negative way. If the crowd are jumping and buzzing, you know, and supporting the lads, you know, it gives them that extra lift, because we're young. You know, you look at Andre Garcia today, even, you know, Matty Jacobs, who's not played a lot of football, but, you know, it gives him a lift. You know, Kamari Dull coming on the pitch, you know, Kelvin is still young, you know, so we got so many young lads on the pitch that enthusiasm off the pitch and in the stands is massively important for us.
Cup game on Tuesday, quick turnaround.
Yeah, quick turnaround. So we'll obviously rest up tonight, enjoy that win, and get ready to go tomorrow.
Many changes do you expect?
We'll see. I want to assess the group first, see how we go with it. And listen, we got boys that are on the fringes there that will need minutes as well, so it's important that we have a look at that.
Well, enjoy the victory tonight.
Thanks, mate.